The Unapologetic Podcast is live and unscripted with the latest in entertainment and current events. How was your trip to Chicago, Kim Smith?
It was pleasant, like it always was, right on up I-57.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Mm.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking forward to getting down to the South this summer. It is Wednesday. We're live on Instagram, we're live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube. Make sure you follow all of our social media podcast platforms, like and share, and continue to interact the way you've been doing for so long. We had a good week in download, and we
Two
got some
weeks.
good stuff.
That was 2 weeks.
Good 2 weeks. Good 2 weeks, and we got some good stuff coming up where the women will strike back after learning that they are the problem. They are going to rebut.
What are we going? What is the rebuttal show called?
Black women are the answer.
Come on, you better talk about it. Black women are the answer, but we'll get more into that next week. I can't wait.
Yeah. And while we're on the subject, Tina Campbell, who has an absolute beautiful voice. I love her voice.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
that has been known to act up in the past. Um, and after 20 years, her husband filed for divorce. And you might have asked, why are we leading with a divorce story? Well, this story actually got a lot of attention over
Uh-huh.
the past week or so, close to a week. So the actual and factual, men usually don't lead. Tell us why he decided to divorce her.
Well, word is they have actually been separated since 2024. Since like mid 2024. Now, it does not seem like it just says like irreconcilable differences in the complaint. It seems like they have been living apart already. She kind of did like a low-key sermon right before she started singing at church last week that, she would not be, discouraged or embarrassed and she was going to walk in her truth. But it kind of seems like exactly what it was in the show. This is so crazy that it popped off like this because I literally just told you how she looked at that sister. It was like, you don't get it. You don't understand. And how she whooped his ass in that garage behind them cameras, okay? I mean, okay, he came up out of there fighting for his life, all right? And they said, girl, you can't do that. She said who? I said, oh, okay. She's a real gangster. When they told her you can't do that, she says who? I said, oh, okay, she crazy for real. But I'm pretty sure it of course a lot of accusation has been coming out. Even men have been coming out saying that they have had affairs and stuff with him. Don't know what is actually true right now because of course everybody needs their 15 minutes these days, so you really cannot believe anything without actual proof, not AI proof. But yeah, it kind of seems like this was kind of in the making, and not really sure why he filed first when they have been separated for so long. But I'm pretty sure we'll find out more details later on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I've heard about the men. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
about a family friend.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He's been known to cheat in the past, and she
Yep.
stayed.
Mm-hmm.
She's been known to whoop ass. So yeah, we the actual factual keep us abreast
Yes. Do
on
you
this
you
story.
know where he's from, right?
No, I don't.
The good old city of Chicago.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow!
The good old city of Chicago is where he is from.
Oh
Mm.
wow! Okay. Well,
Well,
that's a good man, Savannah. That's
oh
a
no,
good
I don't
man.
know about that. I know he whooped his ass in that garage. He was walking around in them sunglasses. You know what? I'm gonna go find that episode just now because I need to watch it again. I need to watch it because I promise you, they was finna go on that big tour. He stepped up out of that. Oh my god, that was fun. It was not funny, but it was funny because you could tell she whooped his ass.
Yeah, she's a firecracker. Unlike Erica, who's
Oh,
married to
so
Warren Campbell, she's a little more calm
yeah.
and collective. But the high dramatic soprano in the studio and in real life. Uh, Lori Harvey, I don't think that she broke up with this guy because he's too nice. I
I don't
think
even
that
think they've broken up. I don't know where this story started from, and
okay,
yeah, I think where I'm gonna
it's
tell you
been
where I think it
everywhere.
started. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you where I think it started. I think it started when all of these rumors started that like she was trying to like tell Michael B. Jordan that like congratulations and he declined her call, which also was not true. Then another story kind of formulated like, oh, how's Damson gonna, act or whatever with her trying to reach out to Michael B. Jordan or whatever. I don't think any of the stories are true. I think these two are fine. They were just in Paris together. They just did the circuit for Fashion Week and all of that. He was at F1 and like one of the pictures seen him. It doesn't even know, like, it seems like he's with the girl, but he is like walking in a frame with a girl, and that kind of started other like rumors and stuff like that. I personally think Lori Harvey is a story because she is Lori Harvey. I think most men want to humble Lori Harvey, and so anything that gives them, a reason to do that would of course be headlines, but until one of them come out and say that they are no longer together, I don't believe it.
Well, I hope that they're not searching for Lori Harvey headlines. There's plenty of other stuff going on in the world, and I mean, what has she done other than date around and have Steve Harvey's last name? So, hopefully, Damson moves on and find him a nice lady.
I think Lori is nice. I think that people just
It's
have a
nice to
way.
look at.
Well, I think in general or whatever, she's bred, right? She's been bred to date these type of men. She's been bred to find somebody in this caliber to basically take care of her. I don't know why she gets, such a bad rap or whatever for that, because that's exactly what white women are bred to do. They're bred to find men that will take care of them. But it seems like for whatever reason, when black women take on the same autonomy or take on the same tone, then it kind of becomes a problem. Now, people can think what they want to think about Lori Harvey, but at the end of the day, Lori Harvey, it was raised by a millionaire, right? That's why her and Diddy were never going to work, because as we have seen long term, what Diddy was actually doing to his girlfriends, Lori Harvey could never fit in that category because Lori Harvey doesn't need him for anything. And I think Lori Harvey has been bred and put out in the world to bring in the type of man that she was raised by. Her mama snatched Steve Harvey up. Now, look, it's of course words about how they got together and things like that. But Lori Harvey is not going to date a roundabout somebody that's not can't take care of her man. It's just not going to happen. And so men like Michael B. Jordan, Desmond, if not Desmond, somebody else that is worth millions will end up with Lori Harvey.
All right, all right. Well, okay. Um, Miss Cato live on Instagram is agreeing with the actual factual Kim Smith, and from our exchange on Instagram, I'm not surprised that Miss Cato is agreeing with the actual and factual Kim Smith. Shout out to Miss Cato, nice lady.
I don't get it. I really do not understand what it is. Like, men want to humble Lori Harvey so bad. She's not a baby mama. She's not out here running up and down the street telling all these men business. Like, she's not doing any of that. She's literally just in her 20s living. And for whatever reason, she is, someone men hate. I don't get, like you said, she good to look
Hate?
at. I don't
That's
know.
not. I don't think that's fair. Hate is not a good word for
Well,
that.
then what's the word for it?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Um, Katie Purr, as
Yeah.
Monique would say.
Mm-hmm.
Katie Purr out here, down not out here, but down under, um, touching on people, and it's actually a lady. Ruby Rose. Is this a true story, Kim?
Okay, so we do not know as of yet if the story that Ruby Rose told was true. I do want to preface this with saying believe all victims, listen to all victims, believe all evidence, or whatever. I want to say that again. Listen to all victims, believe all evidence. Okay. Now, Ruby Rose is an actress. She starred on Orange is the New Black. I think a couple other things, but I think her main pull is Orange is the New Black. And Ruby Rose has been known to talk about these like outlandish stories concerning people in Hollywood that have been later on found to be untrue. So I do want to start off saying that I'm not taking sides. I don't have a dog in this fight. These two white women can duke it out. I don't care. What the story was is so Katy Perry made a comment about Justin Bieber's Coachella set. So Katy Perry was making a joke because Justin Bieber, as we talked about last week, did his Coachella set basically with YouTube, whatever. Like he just, that's how he played his songs. Katy Perry made the joke saying, like, I could have never done what Justin Bieber did because, like, I'm not paying for YouTube. Everybody would have got ads. So, of course, everybody is just jokingly, laughing with her up under this post. And then Ruby Rose comes out of nowhere and says, nobody gives a F about your opinion, bitch. She claims that she was in a nightclub, sitting on her friend's lap, intoxicated maybe. I'm not really for sure. She claims while she was trying to get away from Katy Perry by sitting on her friend's lap, that Katy Perry came up to her, moved her panties to the side, and rubbed her vagina in Ruby Rose's face, where then she said she projectile vomited. And then that was kind of the end of it. Katy Perry's team has come out and said that this is not true at all, that they don't know where this outlandish story came from. But something that I do find interesting is that, like you said, they opened up an investigation into it. So not really sure what really happened or, how this is going to pan out. But this is another one of those things we'll be following, and we'll see if it just disappears and we never hear about it again, or if Katy Perry is in somebody's courtroom in a year defending herself.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's interesting and kind of nasty.
Very much so. Projectile vomiting? My God.
Okay, blame it on the alcohol.
Story. That's a wild ass story.
On the alcohol. I don't know who this guy is, but this is a teenager, if I'm not mistaken, and this has looked and sounded a mess. So the actual factual Kim Smith, if you could make me aware and the folks aware of who this guy is and why is he being charged with murder.
So David is a singer slash kind of like one of those monotone rapper kind of guys or whatever.
His name is David.
David.
Where's the A? Where's the A at?
It's David. Yeah, I don't know why it's pronounced like that, but that's how they have been saying it. So, what they say on Coming to America, we gonna call him David. Okay, just David, just regular David. So this story actually popped up. I think for the first time, late 2024 or early 2025. And the reason that the story popped up is because this child, Celeste, was found in David's trunk of his Tesla in an impound lot, her body. So at the time that her body was found in the back of a Tesla in an impound lot somewhere in California, David was on tour. Okay. So originally when her body was found, Discourse and Twitter automatically started saying that it was him. And they said that he actually wrote a song about how he killed his girlfriend and put her in the trunk, which of course people started breaking down lyrics, things like that. Then the story grows when you find out that Celeste was only 14 when she started having it. That now there's conflicting stories. Some people say they met on Twitter. Other people say they met in like a video game chat, something like that. Not really sure about those, those things right now, but one of the two. But at the time, she was reported as a runaway at 13, but she was having a relationship with him at 13 or 14. At the time, I think he was already like 21, 22, something like that. So her family reported her missing, and it's very odd to me, and I'm not throwing shade to the family or not, but it kind of stopped there because this girl had been missing once everything came out for more than like 6, 7, 8 months. Like that's the thing that was crazy to me. Now he is on tour when this happens. They request him to come back for questioning and things like that. It took them over a year to arrest him. Okay. Her body was very badly decomposed. They had to do dental records and things like that to verify that it was her. Again, they finally verified it was her. He became a person of interest, not a suspect. During this time, he started moving assets. That's another thing that's really like, how did it take y'all so long to arrest him? But they took his passport. He had to cancel the rest of his tour. And then, as you see last week, he was finally arrested. Now, his attorneys and them are saying that the police jumped the gun, that they don't really have any solid evidence that he is the one that actually killed her and put her in the trunk. But from my understanding, he still doesn't have a bond and he's not out on bail. So clearly somebody has something.
Yikes.
Yes.
This is awful. This is just awful.
Terrible.
And I don't know who this man is, and I'm glad I don't. But this don't seem like this is going to be too good for Mr. David with the wrong spelling. So prayers to this young girl's family, and these parents, have to. You have to monitor, you have to stay on your kids' neck. I know that, it's a different day where, kids are grown, quite early now, like to move like they're grown because of social media, and because parents like to fit in and be on social media and be out and about themselves. But this is an bad consequence to pretty much bad parenting, and, and and I think it's just time for us to do a story on um, how Black women are being treated, and at the end of the day, they are dying.
Oh yeah.
These people are killing Black women,
Yeah.
young and
At
old.
alarming rates.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that more later in the show. But prayers to the family of this young lady. Whew, that's gruesome. So,
Yeah.
speaking of going to jail, Mr. Juan Porter is in jail, or maybe going to jail. I'm pretty sure he went to jail straight from court, for threatening to kill President Trump on TikTok Live. Now, as much as we are not, um, he was in his mid or early 20s. I think that's what David or DeVore, whatever his name is. Uh, Dr. Phoebe Mac live with us on Instagram. Um, as much as we are not pro Trump around here, I don't think we're gonna do something as silly as Mr. Porter did.
Well, freedom ain't free, speech ain't free. He wasn't the only person that has done it. But we live in a different time now. You know what I mean? You shouldn't, like you said, I don't think any of us would be crazy enough to get online and do this, but this is the trend now. Now, why he was punished, I don't know. You know what I mean? You got to make an example out of somebody. But I'm pretty sure Mr. Porter wasn't the first person to get on TikTok Live and say that he wanted to do away with this president. But, to each their own.
Yeah, but with this president,
Yeah.
you know, you got to be careful because he
His
petty.
his feelings get
Yeah,
hurt very,
yeah,
very easily.
yeah, yeah.
Very, very easily.
He's petty. So if he get a wind of it and then see how black this man is here, oh
That's a bad combination.
yeah, yeah.
That's a bad combination. Okay.
And just as petty as Trump is are the people who issue the passports. I mean, you know, what people don't realize is that when you have a president like Trump, it just
Uh-huh.
opens up the floodgates for people to be ignorant, for people to be racist, for people
Hmm.
to for bigotry to shine through. So, um, this is funny, not funny, but it's funny. Caitlyn Jenner passport came back as male, but I mean that's one of the things that Trump has always ran under when it comes to trans people and stuff like that. So, what were your thoughts on this when you saw it, Kim?
Honestly, I'm sick of he Bruce is a woman now. So I'm sick of white women and their privilege. You know what I mean? That's what she want to identify as, so that's totally fine. That's how I'm gonna talk about it. I think it blew me because it's like now all of the like apology tours that we're getting, right? So Bruce comes out and says that he should have never accepted the Woman of the Year award, and now he's having issues that he never thought he would have, and that includes his passport, because his passport is male and he had to reach out to Donald Trump because of these things. Again, the privilege, the audacity, the just gall of these of these people that are just absolutely asinine. I have no words.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we know who Caitlyn is.
exactly.
Uh,
That's Bruce.
but if she's going through TSA
Uh-huh.
as Caitlyn,
Yeah.
it might make her miss her flight. So I don't know. I just thought this was hilarious, and I wouldn't even, I'm pretty sure it happens on a local scale all the time. But for them to do this to Caitlyn, Woman of the Year,
Yeah,
uh,
woman of the
yeah,
and now I'm realizing that it was so wrong of me to accept that award. Get off the end, like stop, please. Just
but
stop.
that's what people do. People
Yeah.
react and say
Hmm.
things
Yeah.
and just expect that once they apologize, that it's
Hmm.
just all over. But you can't undo you getting the Woman of the Year back then when
That
all you
part.
did was put on the wig. You can't
That's
you can't
it.
go back in time.
That's it. That's it.
Let's move on because
Okay.
yeah, whew, these people make me sick. Like, let's get serious.
That part.
All right, so draft age is 42.
Yes.
They've raised the draft age to 42. Thank God I'm going to miss that. And a lot
Hmm.
of people are worried about being being enlisted and getting drafted. But one thing that I want to say,
Hmm.
and I don't agree with the guy on that podcast. I don't know his name. I'm not a fan of the podcast, so you sure don't love you get no pub. But he said that people like me should
Uh-huh.
not even have to be enlisted and be in the draft. All the MAGA people should be rushing to
Yes.
sign up. And when
Yes.
he said that, I completely agree with that.
Hmm.
All you people who stormed the Capitol on
Yep.
January 6th,
Hmm.
all you MAGA people, all you Trump supporters, all you worshipers,
Hmm.
you all should be the first one in line to defend your country. That people like myself
Hmm.
and people that might have slanted eyes and an accent don't belong here.
Hmm.
So you all go ahead and get on the front line. What are your thoughts on that, Kim?
The one time we are going to 100% agree, no notes needed. No notes needed, because y'all said that y'all wanted to defend this country, so go ahead and show up. I do want to put some things into perspective, though. So the ranging the age from 35 to 42 is more going to affect the people already in the military, not the draft. So the draft will go on as usual. I guess a lot of people have forgotten that after a certain age, you're automatically registered within the draft. Now, what they're saying is that they do not foresee that there will ever be a draft called. But as we know, in this world that we live in right now, anything is possible. So yeah. I think we should be more worried about our young men from the ages of 18 to 25, because again, like I said, this is more the 35 to 42 is more military-based people that's already in the military.
And even the young people that are of color and should not. Hey, we're not smart enough. Yeah, you know, we're not worthy. So go ahead and see it. Go ahead and see your sons out there. You know, and let them fight. They're smart. You know, they're smarter than everybody else.
A1.
Right.
A1.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully nothing to worry about. Hopefully they get this under control. But Iran is not playing with y'all.
Oh my God. If they do, let me tell you something. Whoever is running their social media, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. They're not playing. And it does not look like they're going to back down. And they are daring you to come down on the ground. They're daring them to come down on the ground.
Every video that they post, they should have don't start, no, won't be no playing in the background. Every video they post, that should be literally that should be the undertone. I swear.
So Kim, you're going to be happy to know that I have bought Michael Jackson tickets.
What? Very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Yes. I do not have my tickets yet.
That is because of my wife. She's a big Michael Jackson fan. And hello, Dr. Phoebe Mack said we got money for war, but we can't feed the poor. It's a great thing when you hear lyrics from, people talking about stuff from decades ago, maybe even centuries, and it's relevant today. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. Shout out to Tupac.
And if you don't want to read it all, open that book of Revelation. Start there.
Yeah. So I got my tickets to Michael Jackson. I am going to go see it on Friday. One of the first people in line to see it. I'm hearing good things about it. It's getting a lot of great pub. It has the drama surrounding it. Jafar Jackson he giving me the look. You know, I don't like, not giving me Flex Alexander.
Oh my God! Don't do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a look at it. Are they going to tell the whole story? No. They're not going to tell the whole story. We don't need the whole story. Let's stick to the music. Let's just stick to the music, and I think that is exactly what's going to happen. But I do not need a sequel.
Yeah. Now Latanya, is it Latoya? Sorry. Latoya, not Latanya.
Latanya.
Latanya. Latoya said that now when they asked her about this, she was like, yeah, I haven't heard anything, but that would be amazing. So I don't know if this is something that he's just like speaking into existence, but it doesn't really seem like it's something that has been confirmed. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it's been confirmed. And then also, a lot of people that have watched this said that they really thought that they were watching a music video. So I'm very, very interested to see like what they mean by that. From my understanding, a lot of the critics that are coming out are kind of saying that they're upset that the child molestation part and stuff like that is not in the movie. But then I guess the director Antoine Fuqua came out and said that he edited and took things out because they could not confirm it. They could not verify that any of this stuff happened. Again, listen to all victims, believe all proof. Now, word is that Michael Jackson was under FBI surveillance for over like 15 years. Now, not know if that is actually confirmed, but that has been kind of put out there. So if they had him under surveillance for 15 years, me personally, this is my thought process. I'm not taking away from anybody else's experience. But if the FBI has you under surveillance for 15 years and they catch you doing anything, don't you think the public would know?
Well, he would have spent time in jail.
Period.
Yeah. I mean, they raided Neverland.
Yeah.
And if you, we know he was under surveillance. We know several people over the years, black celebrities who they had files on and were watching, and he never spent a day in jail. So we don't need, you can go on the internet and find anything you need to find out about the trial. If that's what you want to, if that's what you need. I'm pretty sure it's just some haters that who probably don't have a mirror in their house that want to see things about the trial. And this man has been dead since 2009.
Yeah.
The dangling of the baby and everything. I'm okay with that, I guess. But you know, Aretha Franklin's biopic movie stopped in, I want to say it didn't even get to 1980. Yeah. They didn't even get to the 1980s, and Aretha was born in 1941. They only did the first 40 years of her life. And the same thing can be done for Michael Jackson. We don't need all that negative stuff we know about. It's been beat over our heads for years. So those critics can get the hell on out of here.
Okay. I can't wait. I mean, if I don't make it this weekend, I'm definitely will get it in shortly. But I'm very, very happy that we are turning out in droves to see this movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Michael Jackson did a video and a song with Eddie Murphy that was absolutely terrible. But
is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Eddie Murphy confirms that him and Martin Lawrence's daughter, who we talked about last season, season 15 of the Unapologetic Podcast, they got married secretly, and that was when Eddie Murphy was on Jennifer Hudson's show. And she was like, "So did you have a big wedding?" She's like, "Are you listening? I just said they eloped there." You have to do it.
Are you listening? Are you listening?
So shout out to them. Shout out to them for being black love and marriage and baby on the way, a new black baby. Oh,
I know. How do you feel about these two powerhouses like coming together? Like, is this what y'all would like to see when y'all think of like rich people getting married? Like this type of rich marrying this type of rich?
You know, what I like about them is that their fathers are still, the headline. They are not in the spotlight like that. They're only in the spotlight because of their fathers. So, but I do think that this is good. I think that they can relate to one another and how they grew up. And having fathers in entertainment. So I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. That's good.
Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, is pregnant. I miss Jocelyn on TV. I don't know how to get to Zeus, and I see some clips of it. But they say that I would love, she said something to Andy Cohen recently in the press about getting on to casting her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I would love that.
Absolutely.
We need people like Jocelyn that's going to be drama. But I like some of her music and I love her confidence. So I take it you're not a Jocelyn fan, huh?
It's gonna be a no for me across the board. I think Atlanta is ticking down. I think it is absolutely horrible. I think what they're trying to do with Atlanta Housewives is a mixture of like love and hip hop, basketball. Like I feel like they're trying to throw everything but the bathwater at it, and it is just losing ground fast. I mean, shout out to her. Congratulations on her pregnancy with her and her husband, but Jocelyn is not someone that I have enjoyed watching at all.
Oh wow!
The very first season, I think I made it through maybe like a season and a half. So like I originally started watching Love and Hip Hop with Jim and Chrissy. That was my whole point of watching it, was Jim and Chrissy. When they transitioned out and they start bringing all of them in, I think I made it through maybe a season, and I think that's when I first met her in the studio with Stevie J, and I was out. Yeah.
Johnson is good TV, like Nene Leakes, like Mariah Huck, like Tiffany New York Pollard, like Giselle Bryant.
I give you good. 1 out of the 4 so far, but okay.
Yeah, she's good. She's good TV. So congratulations to her, and her daughter has to be maybe close to 10 by now that she has with Stevie J. I don't think she has any other kids. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Your boy Drake is back with new music May 15th. I think it's Iceman, and the people have been trolling Kendrick Lamar. But is this lawsuit thing ongoing? Is this real, Kim? Is this for real?
Yeah, he has the right to appeal. That's how the law works. You have the right to appeal your case in civil and in criminal court. And I think he's going to ride this until the wheels falls off. I told y'all before, this is Drake's white side not being able to reconcile with the fact that he lost. Like that's exactly what it is. Like you cannot be this thugged out rapper that you claim that you are, all of these things, but then you literally sue because you lost a rap battle. Like I cannot believe that people are co-signing this. I can't believe that we have so many people still being Drake fans. Like this is so shocking to me. Like I never thought in a million years that we would literally be talking about a lawsuit and a rap battle in the same sentence.
Yeah.
It's very shocking.
Yeah. Drake, just stay away. You looking real suspect in this picture here too.
With the duck lips.
Yeah.
I don't know why he does the duck lips like that all the time. I want him to stop.
The album might be good because he's gone through some stuff. Drake was his music wasn't that good. He got too rich, he got too big, had nothing to talk about. But over the past year or so, with Kendrick, Grammy, Super Bowl, you name it. He has a lot. He probably has a lot of hate in his heart. So hopefully it came out with the pen, and maybe we'll get some good music.
Well, you let me know because I'm not turning it on.
I'm not turning it on either.
Okay. Well, the internet will let me know.
Dr. Macker said, boy, girl, bye. Go, Drake. Get on out of here.
That part. What?
Yeah. Cardi B, I think this is going to be epic.
Okay.
A Spanish album from Cardi B. I can't hardly understand anything she's saying anyway. I think that to do an album in her native tongue will be will be epic, and we look for a Cardi B Bad Bunny collabo. When you can have an all Spanish Super Bowl, there is a lane for this and a money making way for this to work. So Cardi B, let's see what happens.
I am so proud of her. I am so happy that her tour turned out the way that it did, right? Mm-hmm. Because the amount of hate and just like visceral reaction that she got about this tour in the beginning was stunning to me. And especially it came from women. Like I was so shocked about how negative women were being towards her about her having a child and then going on tour and things like that. Like, oh, the tour is going to be horrible. She's not going to get through half of it. She's just going to be on the stage throwing her ass around. And this is one concert I am pissed that I missed. Like, I don't pay for concerts, okay? Now, I am going to pay for Usher and Chris Brown. That's a different story. But I don't really pay for concerts. You know how I feel about that. But just watching how, like, dedicated she was to this, didn't miss a stop, didn't miss a date, didn't miss a beat. Like, it seems like the dates just kept getting better and better and better. I am just proud of her all the way around. I truly, really am.
Yeah, I'm a fan, not a big fan, but one thing I do appreciate about Cardi is that she shows love to the women who came before her and the rappers that came before her. Of course, I saw my girl Missy Misdemeanor Elliott came out the final stop in Atlanta.
Yes.
I too am kind of upset I didn't go. Sometime I am, sometime I'm not. Maybe the Atlanta show with Missy coming out, I'm kind of upset.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate that. That's something that Nicki Minaj did not do. I think that a lot of people who are Cardi haters are probably team Nicki Minaj, and I always say you got to pick a side. So hey, if you pick a side, fine. But Cardi's been doing her thing, and I love that she knew. I watched Love and Hip Hop back then, and she said this ain't my platform forever. She said that she was gonna be a big star, and she has become that. So shout out to Cardi.
Shout out to Cardi B, and I am team Cardi every day.
So Kim is a legal expert, and we're glad to have her on the Unapologetic Podcast. And so I want you to let us know when we need to sign that paperwork, that class action lawsuit that's going to come out, because I have bought several tickets from Live Nation, Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
And all this stuff is a ripoff. I try to go to the box office as much as I can.
Yeah.
And
know that from you. Thank you so much. It has been in our benefit a couple times now. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah. And seeing this story does not surprise me at all.
Not at all. I think everybody has known this for years. You know what I mean? I think it took Congress and things like that to start filing the lawsuits and like explaining like what a monopoly was and why this was happening and everything. So honestly, I was very shocked that it got as far as it did with court. Now, I knew once it got to court that the jury was going to side with the people now, of course, right? Because you hiding fees, and also the hiding the fees was a big thing. And I don't know if a lot of people caught this, but the timer, right? So like you get in there and like they throw this 10-minute timer on you to make your anxiety rise up, right? Like, oh my God, I got to do this right now or I'm going to miss it. All of that was very calculated. All of that was very structured that way to make sure that they got the all of the money. So basically it stopped you from like shopping around, right? Now, they have not put out a number basically about what they are going to be sued for. I'm going to be completely honest. Yes, always sign up for the class action. Just don't be mad if you end up getting like $34.
You said 34?
Yeah. I think this will be one once they officially put out like the number. I think everybody is going to jump on this class action. Well, I don't know, because I think overall when they sued Facebook, I think my first Facebook payment was like $100, and I think my second one was like $328.
You got $328 for Facebook?
Yeah. Most of us did, like, because we, of course,
I don't be believing in that stuff.
No, it's real. And you want to know
it is now.
Yeah, no. It's definitely real. I think, like I said, I think the first time was that, and it's so crazy because, like, we don't know how it dropped, but it dropped on different days. And so, like, when the Facebook one came, I can't remember who dropped it in the chat first. It was like, yo, I just got, $300 from Facebook. And everybody running to their bank accounts like, wait a minute. And then it through that week, like, I think most of all of us got it, if I remember correctly. But please sign up for the class actions. I know they don't seem like, they're going to amount to anything. I know it seems like it's a waste of time, But I'm telling you, while you are just sitting at home on a random Tuesday for, $200 to show up in your account, it's not a bad Tuesday.
Yeah, Dr. Mack has said, give me my $26. Give me my 26 to $34. That fills up my tank. $34 to fill up my
Let me
tank.
tell you
I got a
something
small
now.
tank.
That would have filled up your tank a month ago. It ain't gonna fill it up now.
No, I'm 34, $40. I paid $40. So yeah, I have a small tank. Yeah. So
Are you serious?
I have a car. You all want to drive all those big trucks and fancy cars and foreign that take mid and
Oh
premium
my
gas.
God. When I
give me
tell you, I got to the gas station the other day and it hit 85 plus, and I still wasn't up. I got pissed. I was like, what? I'm still not even near. I'm not even near the full mark. Like, yo, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done.
I've been doing a lot of walking lately, and I've been going to bed hungry because everything is just too hot. Dr. Mack,
one of my friends was like, I'm just gonna walk everywhere this summer, and I'm like, yeah, no, I understand. Yep. I understand.
Give me a scooter too. 500 from a class action on Instagram, Dr. Phoebe Mack. Wow, I will be signing up.
Nice.
I'd be scared to be putting my information out there, but I think I'm gonna have to take a chance.
No, seriously, take a chance.
But that's why we got you, Kim. Kim, let us know what we got with that. Like it's one now.
When the actual, I know. Also, too, another one that just hit. Capital One just hit or whatever. Just FYI, they just put out the class action for that, and I think Citibank, and Wells Fargo hit a couple months back. So hey, I'm just saying, if you got anything tied to those companies, just check. And like, if you're one of those people like you that don't want to put in like your actual like debit card or whatever information or your routing and account number, you can opt to get a paper check. Like it'll just show up in the mailbox or whatever. So that is always an option on the class action lawsuits. You don't necessarily have to put in your bank information.
And NBA League Pass. So if you had NBA League Pass, I keep getting ads on Instagram about that. And I've been scared to fill it out, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and
I know that's right.
Maybe put it in somebody else's name. And
and Google Voice is another one that has a good class action lawsuit. So if you have had any of like the Google devices that you used to talk to, it was proven, I think last year, that they were taking that information and selling it. And so they also have $1 million lawsuit out. So if you have one of the devices, just FYI, they do ask you for a picture of the device and they ask you for the device number. So that's not one of the ones you can just fake. You got to have the info.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Kim, why is the Apple CEO stepping down?
You want to know what? This is very weird because Tim Cook ain't told us why he's decided to transition out. That, that basically he just feels like it's time. Now, a lot of the times these happen right before what? Right before lawsuits, right before women coming out. I mean, I don't remember if Tim has ever been in the Epstein files. I don't remember if he was on any of those lists, but this seems very convenient because, if they get arrested or something while in the position, the stock drop, right? But if they get out and then they become a personalized citizen, then the company itself won't take that big of a hit. So to me, I think we should watch Tim Cook over the next month or so and see what comes right on down the pipeline.
Yeah. Even though I want a scandal, I don't want a scandal.
Oh, no. I mean, you Apple people, whatever. Y'all are so in a cult.
No, it don't have anything to do with Apple at all. It has everything to do with like women. I don't want it to be, a sexual assault or Epstein files with little girls. I don't want it to be, but a scandal is always good and newsworthy. The drama of it.
When millionaires like this step down, something is coming. It just, they always make it like, and I just want to go out and explore and live off the Amalfi Coast. Like, oh, okay, sure.
No, they always say, oh, I want to spend more time with my family. Whatever.
I want to spend more time with my family. Yeah.
You can spend more time. You ain't doing nothing. If you're the CEO, you ain't doing nothing. the signing, the
That part.
signing off on checks.
That part.
This is
You
music to my
told
ears.
me, weren't you the one that told me this wasn't happening?
No, I didn't tell you that.
You
I
didn't?
don't,
Okay.
I don't think
Somebody
I
told
did.
me that. I definitely asked about this when they fired them other two men. And I said, well, and said, and Billy Donovan ain't going nowhere.
Well, I don't know. All I know is that I knew that the Bulls were not going to fire him.
Oh,
I
got it. Okay.
if it came from me, we can go back and play the tapes. Um, I knew that they were not going to fire him,
Okay.
but I am glad that he decided to get the hell out of here. I don't
Really?
think that he's a
Why?
good. I don't think that he's a good coach. I don't think that he's an NBA coach. Billy
Damn.
Donovan's success came mostly as a college coach at the University of Florida, where he won two national championships with Joakim Noah. Um, I don't, as the Bulls coach, it just he was just good enough to get by. You know, he had no drama, probably a nice guy in real life. But as far as like just high basketball IQ and pushing NBA players, it just never was shown on the court for the
Oh,
Bulls.
wow.
Uh, Sayonara to you, Billy Donovan. And this gives the new management a chance to pick their guy. And I'm not optimistic about anything with the Reinsdorfs. So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Bye, Billy Donovan.
By Billy Donovan. Um, you know, I'm confused here.
Okay.
I'm confused because we talk about older men with
Mm,
younger women
okay.
all the time, and I think it's just kind of frowned upon.
Okay.
Um, but it's not wrong for a younger woman to get with an older man.
Well, I think the problem is with Carucci and Deion Sanders that people are not identifying. Carucci is almost in her 40s.
Okay.
So when I think people are I think people are being naive about this situation on purpose, right? So like if Deion Sanders was dating someone younger than his sons, then it's like yikes, and vice versa, right? I think people look at Carucci and Deion and they look, oh my God, Carucci is so young. No, Carucci is just black and beautiful, but Carucci is almost 40. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I feel like there's a difference in generations here. Like, yes, Deion Sanders is 21 years older than her, but Carucci is not a 21-year-old girl dating a 60-year-old man.
So 40 and 60 is
I think that's fine. Me, like I said, I gotta do in the decade. That's me personally. I would not date anyone 10 years over my age. I just wouldn't do it. But I'm not trying to be facetious or funny, but like a lot of men in their late 30s, 40s, maybe early 50s are still trying to find themselves for some reason in this, generation, and don't really know what they want to do when it comes to, being married or being in a committed relationship and things like that. Maybe Carucci thought like, okay, I've tried to date men my age, 5-10 years older than me, and they're not giving me what I need. So she went another decade above her and she found somebody that makes her happy. I don't see an issue with this relationship. Both of them are full grown adults.
okay.
What are your
I
thoughts
don't
on
care
this?
about that. I don't care about the relationship either. I mean, Carucci's been passed around just like Lori Harvey, so I don't know why Dion would even go this route.
Because
Um,
because we already talked about that, no, right?
yeah, yeah,
Men love each other second. Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Love to recycle. She has the look. Blah 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 blah. What I don't like about this is
Okay.
the headline and defines black love. that is very, very strong
Okay.
to say that their relationship defines black love. Would you agree with that?
Well, no, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. They're not a married couple. They're not,
Yeah,
a couple that like I aspire to be like or anything like that. I think it's just a headline. I think anything black people related that people are in love, I think black love has just taken off, not realizing like where that phrase comes from. Black
yeah.
love comes from a series that was created on Lifetime by a director named Courtney, and it was the Black Love series talking about black marriage. And I think that people have lost the marriage part of black love. Don't
We
get me
talked
wrong,
about that last week.
we love love and all of that, but like the reason that like that this was kind of coined was to celebrate black marriage, meaning black love.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I don't know, but again, I don't want people to look at them and think like this is what I have to do or whatever, but I mean it works for them.
And I challenge you next week when
Yeah.
we do our show on black women being the answer, the
Mhm.
rebuttal to black women being the problem, which we did decide that women are the problem. That to just say that, um, God damn it, I lost my thought. So to say that women, oh Lord, I had completely
With
forgot what it.
marriage, black women in marriage.
Marriage. That's what it was. Marriage. Marriage. That marriage is not the top. Is not the peak now. It was to you want to, date. You get married. You have kids, or regardless, you want at the end of the day you would strive for marriage. Now the marriage part has been taken. Does not make you just this significant black love uh, uh, relationship that everybody
No.
aspires for.
Well,
Yeah.
because I mean, we'll go more into this next week, but you got to understand that most marriages are ending in divorce. So, I mean, you can't aspire to want to be like something that you keep seeing. We literally started the show with divorce.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, over the ages, things have changed where back in the day, women might have aspired to marriage more, but we'll go more into depth as to why women are choosing peace. And
Live on Facebook and Instagram. They are not Michelle and Barack, but I love black love. You know what? When you can get
yeah,
two blacks together and they love on each other, great. Great, Dr. T.
absolutely.
Mac. Josh, live from the DMV. Michelle and Barack were never couples goals for me. Dion and Busted Down Karuchi is not even close. When I said that, Kim
Why does
looked at
she
me.
gotta be busted down? Men are just go ahead.
uh, I mean, so I feel like when you live your life in the public, whether it be a celebrity or whether it be the actual factual Kim Smith on social media, if people see a woman, because it doesn't apply to men, even though men can be
Hoes.
whores too,
Okay.
but it's different for women. That when we can see it, you just get the title. And Karuchi has been passed around from all the R&B singers. Now she go get the older black
I can
man.
literally only remember Karuchi being in three public relationships. Chris Brown. What's the football player's name? Um, oh my goodness, what is his name? Goodness gracious, it'll come to me. And then Dion. So three. So I don't know how she's
Oh
passed.
no! Oh no! Oh
Who
no!
knows? Who
I've
knows?
seen her with others. We'll have to go. We'll have to find out. But Karuchi ain't been single. She every time she pop up with a new guy. Yeah,
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 I don't think that's
yeah.
correct, but
And
okay.
I don't know. I think Karuchi might be half black.
Yeah, she
But
is.
nevertheless, she's black. And I mean, and I challenge you all to talk about this too. We know that Carucci is only with Dion because he has money. And if Dion did not have the cash and he almost 60 years old, Carucci would not be anywhere near him. And Dion still has a platform. But I'm, you know, I shout out to the men who are, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna take my power back, and I'm gonna be financially celibate. I'm gonna be financially celibate until marriage." And guess what's going the thing about it is that you're going to be financially celibate until marriage, and you're probably never going to get married. So, so have it your way, sir. I don't know how you're going to work this out, especially in this day and age. Maybe you're going to find you somebody like India. Her life is not determined by the price of her clothes, and she
Oh
enjoys long
my
walks in the
God.
park and foot rubs. But yeah, and I'm with you. God forbid anything happens in my marriage, but if anything happens in my marriage, and we don't want that, but I will be financially celibate uh, until
Oh,
him. Could you be with a financially celibate man?
yes, because I don't need a man to do anything for me. Um, and men keep forgetting that they try to use money as control, and you're not going to control me with your wallet. So keep your $35.26 in your account, and I will go ahead and I will buy my own burger. It's fine.
How do you move forward? How do women move forward with a financially celibate man?
Okay. So one, let's put into context what this young man said. I think the major problem is that men refuse to take accountability, that they are lackluster, that they don't have personalities. I think a lot of men have forgotten that they're just not attractive, right? And so like I think the Red Pill podcast, I think the manosphere has really like perpetrated and men have really forgotten like what they actually are. That is not a dig, that is not anything like that. I'm just speaking reality. I really do think so. So the thing is that men have really lost accountability in this whole conversation when it comes to money, right? Because the thing is that me as a woman, I cannot access your money without you, right? So I can want your money all I want, but I can't access it without you. So if I meet a man, okay, and the only thing that he's able to tell me about himself is that he has money, he lacks character, he lacks more than likely a personality, and he thinks that the only reason that I would ever be with him is because of his money. Now, then 6 months down the line, when he's wine, dine me, take me to every fancy restaurant he could think possible because he lacks personality, doesn't know how to have a conversation, think this is what he needs to do to keep me. The first time that I identify that he has money, that he's been leading with me with the whole time, then I'm a gold digger, right? What this young man said is not wrong, but men need to be able to stand on it, right? So he said until marriage, his wallet is celibate, right? That he would not be basically financing a woman's life in order for him to be with her. I think most men need to do this. Please take your money out of the equation so we can stop having conversations about it. And again, also, men that are broke and that can barely afford the lifestyle that they have, you really need to stop doing this because you can't afford to date. Okay? You can't afford it. Stay at home. If you taking her to the movies and buying her some popcorn is going to make you then get on the internet and rant about that popcorn that you bought her, please come off the dating
No,
scene and leave women alone.
no,
Please.
Kim, you are missing the point here.
I'm
Dr.
not
P.
missing any point.
At this point in time, the majority of us need two incomes. Two incomes are better than one.
I don't
Absolutely
care. I
agree.
don't care if two incomes are better than one. Let me tell you what's not. My stress level and me having a stroke at 45 because we can't live in a person household with two incomes without you complaining about me spending money. I will 100% stand on my own with my one person household and be stress free.
Dr. Phoebe Mack and Kim, I agree with both of you. Always say when you lead with money, when you lead with your wallet, then that is on the man. That is not on the woman. This young man, and I didn't listen to it, I just saw the title. If
Mm-hmm.
how do you, and Dr. Mack, please chime in here. How do you progress in a relationship, man and woman,
Mm-hmm.
when the man is financially celibate? Meaning that you buy your stuff, you live where you live, I live where I live, and it might even mean when you go out, we split the bill. What is that called? What is that called?
Dutch.
French, Dutch
Dutch.
French. What that is what that is what I mean. But how do you progress? We know that women expect dates, they expect to be courted, they expect things. Now it is deals, and there are high expectations in the beginning of the relationship because we've even done shows where they say, okay, well, if I'm spending $300 for this date, then hey, no, men, we have to take our power back and hey, let's start with a conversation.
And
Let's
that is
progress.
why,
And
and that is why the male loneliness epidemic is where it is. Because again, nowhere in this conversation has men taken accountability that they've started this structure, right? Just like Dr. Max said, if you are leading with money, if you put 10 men in a room, okay, I guarantee you before the end of the night, I would be able to identify to you who leads with money. Because what men fail to identify is that they lack personality. They
Kim, you
lack
said this
that.
already.
I know, but
Kim,
that's the thing. We keep
the
missing the
question
point.
is, Kim, the question is, how do you progress in a relationship when the man is financially celibate?
Easy. If let me be very, very clear, and this is not any shade to any man. When I have these conversations with men, it just let me know that they've never really truly been loved for themselves. Like that's it. Like if you're so worried about somebody taking you for money, that means a woman has never acknowledged you in the sense that she actually likes you. Because if a woman actually likes you, you can be financially celibate with your wallet forever. Okay? If that woman does not like you and you are trying to win her, then you might have to do a little bit more to do so. So the way that the way that you can progress in a relationship with a man being financially celibate with his wallet is to make sure that you actually like the man and the man likes you. That's it. It's that simple.
Dr. Phoebe Mack updated on all levels of income, and the men with the most money usually are the most insecure.
Yes.
Josh, Josh with the DMV. Well, I ain't insecure. I guess I ain't got a lot of money. How can I leave with my wallet when you see the resources on me? I'm well kept. I'm dapper. I'm from the upper echelon of taste and association. I'm not leading in. I'm actually acting my wage.
Let me explain
And I
something to you.
think that that is an attraction that women like, and then they have that expectation for them.
Let me explain something to you. Most men overdo it. Let me tell you how I know a man is financially stable and does not know how to flaunt it. His watch. That's it. I don't need anything else. I don't need to peep anything else on his
I wear an
body.
Apple Watch.
But hey, again, like I said, to each his own. That's all I need to see is your watch. If you
What
are,
kind of watch? What
that's
kind of
not
watch?
important. That's not important. I'm not putting my business out. But like I said, It's not about how now well groomed, of course. That's just being an adult, right? But how you know how a man reacts when it comes to money is how he presents himself. So if you need to dress like you have money, if you need to put on certain items for people to identify the type of money that you have, that's on you. But I'm telling you, men with real wealth and men that don't need to technically lead with money, look at their watch.
I don't believe for a second
Uh-huh.
that an educated woman,
Uh-huh.
a career, a woman with a career,
Uh-huh.
um, can be with a man who is refusing to
Uh-huh.
spend money on them. I would love to see to hear an example
Uh-huh.
of how a relationship progressed when it's supposed to start off romantically. So
Okay.
we could be friends, you know, and maybe hang out in groups. But if I approach you in a way where I want to get to know you and progress to a relationship, the normal way, I guarantee you, a black woman especially is not going at
Do you
all.
know what most women want from a man?
I Money.
Consistency. That's all.
Consistently spending money.
Literally most, if you talk to an adult woman, most of them will tell you that all they want from a man is consistency, honesty, and loyalty. Money is not even in the top 5.
No.
It's just not like you all can think what you want in reference of women. Again, if you're keep running into those type of women, those are the women you are picking. Again, accountability that men are lacking. If you keep running into women that only want to use you for your money, you are continuously picking the wrong partner. That has nothing to do with the millions of other women on this earth looking to date, marry, be with, have a partner with men that they want to be with.
You know
Again,
what, Kim?
if
I
you ask,
agree. I
ask women what they want more: a consistent man or a man with money.
A consistent man with money.
No, a consistent man or a man with money. Now,
And what I mean by
if you look up and get both, okay, but I will take consistency over your wallet any day.
I don't think that a woman 9 times out of 10 who, and I'm just throwing these numbers out here, who makes 200K and has a certain lifestyle, and is taking care of herself, is going to even give a man a chance that makes 65K.
Two totally different situations.
I don't see it happening. I don't see it, especially not a black woman. Money can come and go.
Two totally different situations.
Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel there's
Because
two?
a man being celibate with his wallet and a woman deciding not to date out of her tax bracket, two totally different things. And the thing
That's
is
true.
that right, two totally different things. And at the end of the day, men can stand on this soapbox of, women not wanting to date, under her income bracket and things like that. But pull up the research. You want to know why women have stepped away from that? They stepped away from that because of the vitriol reaction that they get from their partners when they're succeeding better than their partners.
So I think I know that that's a real thing. Absolutely. I also know that women in relationships that belittle men because they don't make as much money as them, even if they even surpass them in the relationship.
So then why don't the men leave? So if you feel belittled because your woman makes more money than you, then why stay in the relationship?
because she got more money. But eventually,
So now just the roles are reversed. So you'll spend
yeah,
her money happily, even though she's degrading you and putting you
it's
down.
not gonna last that long because
Okay.
most women file for divorce. Now, Tina Campbell's husband, he was waiting on that some type of something in California so he could get paid. But most women file for divorce. But I get what you're saying, and it's two different entities.
Yeah. Two different.
However, I do think that you can find a good man that may not make as much money as you, but you're not going to give that man a chance because he can't support your lifestyle, or you would have to pay for him
No.
to be with you. He might be the nicest guy ever. You might have a great conversation. You might have great sex. You all might be great friends. But if you, once the woman has to pay for him or pay for their man, it becomes a problem. So that's why.
Don't you think that it's like this is the thing that like this? So women get this, brunt of that explanation. But at the end of the day, 8 times out of 10, it would be the man that would make it a problem or make it an issue.
Right? No, because you are a woman, you're going to say that. But I have living proof of women who are, and black women who, when they make more money, they let you know, and they are not willing to compromise, even in marriage. That, hey, okay, I'm making 200,000, you making 75,000. I'll take care of the majority of this. It is something inside of them that is saying, "Oh no, he not."
So the man making 75,000 shouldn't be responsible for the bills just because he's making 75,000 and she's making 200.
Oh, absolutely. No, he should be responsible, and I'm pretty sure most
I
men.
just want to make sure, like, because I'm confused at the conversation.
I'm saying most men will still be like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay my part, you pay your part. You might have to go 50-50 in that relationship.
No.
But once they don't find any value in that man as far as supporting their lifestyle, and they have to say, okay, well, let's say we're going to Thailand, and the trip costs $3,000. Well, he probably don't have $3,000 to front the whole trip. That's probably more than that, $5,000 to front the whole trip. It would be I don't feel, especially if you're husband and wife and you got it, it shouldn't be a problem for the wife to pay for the trip and not feel like she's taking care of the man. However, that is what happens. You say 8 times out of 10, I'm gonna say 8 times out of 10 on the flip side. So I don't know how we gonna find this 3 on 1. How we gonna waiver this 6? But something, yeah. It is situational, Dr. Mac, and I think that it does. I think that society and the way it has just always been is that men made more money than women and had to care for family. That has changed.
Men still make more than women. 10 cents on the dollar, but men still make more than women.
Yes, in our community, that has changed drastically. The way that dynamic is.
We're talking about men and women. Period. Men make more than women.
Okay, but now women are more educated. Black women are more educated and are making more money than men.
Black women are in a financial situation now where we are not our grandparents, our great grandparents, and we cannot function in society without a man's check. That is the difference. But Black women are still paid at the bottom, even with all of our education. Black women are still paid at the bottom of the pay scale.
Okay. You know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. You talking about who's getting money. I'm just telling you the difference is that we are not back in the 70s and we have our own income. That's the difference.
You all might be at the bottom of the pay scale
Correct.
in white corporate America.
Yes.
Okay. But in a lot of households now, women are making more than their blue collar husbands or boyfriends or baby daddies. And that
It's a who
is
problem.
that causes it's nobody's problem.
Oh,
It
okay.
it causes turmoil. And this is why you all will not be able to date a financially celibate man because you all measure love with money.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
Okay. Ready
yeah.
to move
You
on?
all, you all measure love with money, and you can say, "Oh, we want consistency,
We
we
do.
want honesty."
We
Yeah,
do.
we all want that in a
No,
relationship,
no.
but most people's happiness, most people feel like their happiness can be bought.
I
Okay,
disagree.
even though you may be different, I know
I
I'm different.
disagree. I disagree across the board.
Okay,
Nothing that you said about the financial woes of black men. Black men are not like there's not a plot, to take down black men in their wallets or anything like that. It's just it's crazy to me how this conversation has just latched on to black women when you look at the past and what women actually take this stance, like what women actually went, what type of woman actually takes this stance of like, I'm going to get with him because of his money and I'm going to do this and this and this and this. Now, this new generation is different because a lot of them do date differently, right? They don't want to do the relationship. They don't want to do any of that. They do want to be taken care of or anything like that. But that is a different generation. When I'm talking about millennials, right? So if I am talking to a millennial man and he starts hitting me with, oh, I don't date women that are just going to use me for my money. I know that he wants to date a 20 or 30 year old and just can't, right? So we're having two generational conversations. What men are trying to categorize themselves in does not apply to you as a male millennial if you're dating a woman millennial. If you are a male millennial in your late 30s and your 40s trying to date a 25 to 28-year-old woman, then those are the conversations that you should be having because she is dating you for your money. So if we're going to continue to have this conversation, we have to have it in this age demographic.
geriatric millennial.
That part.
Josh,
Okay.
Josh.
That part.
Think about it the other way. Dr. Mack is saying they'll give to a white woman and her family once they get the big dollars.
Yes, I didn't want to say it. Thank
And
you.
and
Thank
and and
you.
and I think that is just
Oh my
crazy
God.
work.
Thank
That is
you.
crazy work, Dr. Mack.
Oh,
However,
been sending their
however,
daughters to college for years to grab y'all up, but now y'all
and
want to have a conversation about us. Oh my God, you better talk
look,
about it.
I think that Dr.
We ain't gonna
Mack
have
and
that
Kim,
conversation.
I think that Dr. Mack and Kim might be on the other side of it. But most women
Woo.
cannot date a man. And it's not about dating a man with money. It's about how much he is spending and how much he is going to uh, 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 pay for her stuff and she not have to pay it. So it's not that having a man that has a whole lot of money. That don't mean anything. It is how much is he going to spend on me? Can I want hair, nails, this. I want to go on a trip. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to nice restaurants.
I want to
How
go
much
to
is
the
he going to
movie.
spend?
If you are in a let me tell you this, okay, men. If you are in a relationship with a woman that you don't like and love, that's not our fault. That's just not. It's not all women's fault that you ended up with somebody that you tolerate and that you don't love. Because let me explain, this goes back to my point that a lot of these men have never been loved correctly. Because if you are with a woman, okay, it is not going to be something you have to do. It is going to be something you want to do. And if you don't want to do it for her, you should not be with her. Leave that woman alone. Break up with her immediately so she can go out here and find somebody that she is not a bothersome to. Let me tell you something. It is the worst feeling ever to be with a man that tolerates you. That is it. They don't love you. They don't damn near like you, but they tolerate you and they keep you around. Let me tell you something. That is, when you find that shit out, it is some of the worst pain that you will ever experience. Men, if you do not like or love that woman, leave her alone.
And what's your message to the women?
If you find out if a man is bothered that he has to acknowledge you in a day, run. If a man is bothered, irritated that you ask him to take you on a date, run. If a man wants to tell you what is in his wallet or what's not in his wallet because you have been dating this man, giving your ass up to this man, all of these things, right? But then you ask him to take you to a dinner and he has an attitude, run. Because, babe, he does not like you.
Okay, message to the women who are taking accountability for their relationship status. You have a message for those women who are taking accountability for their relationship status. And
what do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that is if you are in a relationship with a man that you feel is not able to financially support you,
break up with
why
him.
not? Why? Right.
Break up with him. And you want to know why you need to break up with him? You need to break up with him because he will never, ever love or like you because he's resentful of you. He's jealous of you. And therefore, that relationship cannot survive. Period. They can't.
Jealous?
Yeah.
Why you gotta be jealous?
You say that you know men and women where women like belittle they, spouse because like they don't make as money as them. I know men. I have sat in rooms with men that despise their wives and girlfriends because they think she's too career oriented or driven or this. Let me tell you something. If a man cannot be happy about your success, leave him immediately. Because you will never be satisfied because he will always be rolling his eyes at you in the back of your head. Girl, run. That's my advice. Run. Be single.
It to me, it's funny that you and I can go back and forth on topics like this, and you seem to know people that do things that you do, like the love bombing.
Oof.
I don't know. I don't associate
you do
with these type of men.
You know that you know that type of man. You might not want to admit it or identify it, but you definitely know that type of man.
I don't.
You do.
And I discussed it. I don't know.
Definitely do. Just the conversation you have, I know you do.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess you don't want to name drop tonight.
I don't. If that's a you thing, not a me thing. I'm just saying.
I don't think that 9.5 out of 10 women can progress with a man that is not spending the dollars on her. And especially if they are upfront. If I say, hey Kim, my name is Sir Goodwin, you look nice today. I would love to get to know you. Okay. Well, what are some of the things you like to do? Well, I really like to do things that are free. Because
Absolutely.
right now I'm financially celibate. Okay, well, you know what? That's good. That's good. Well, I'm down to still get to know you, and we can do things that are free. Yeah, you dial that number. Do do do. The number you have reached.
You want to know
Not
what's so
happening.
crazy? That men have really psyched themselves into that. You want to know what? My follow up question would have been like, "Oh, give me some of the things that you would like to do, like or that you do out here in the city." What would be your response?
I would say sex is free.
And that's the whole thing. So men want access to ass without ever having to put any type of work in for it. Because
What? Oh,
a man that really wanted to get to know me and that was financially celibate with his wallet would say something like, "Hey, like I usually go down to the farmers market in Hyde Park on Saturdays. Like, would that be something you're interested in? Absolutely, I can meet you there." Or they would say, "Hey, on Wednesday nights in the summer, they have movie night down in Millennial Park. Would that be something you would be interested in? Oh my God, I love that." Oh, in the city or in the summer, they have all type of free festivals and stuff like that. Would that be something that you're interested in? Yes. Men are full of shit. So they want to continue to say, "Oh, I don't want to do like let's do something free," but don't have any idea of what to do. So all you're doing is talking to get my reaction. All you're trying to do is see if I'm going to react to you when you say that you don't want to spend money on me. But as again, like I said, I'm an adult. I'm going to ask you, well, give me some ideas. And I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, they will not have anything because it was all a game in the beginning.
do you think that at the millennials
Yes.
go into uh, uh, Ed on Instagram? Great beach days, bike rides, picnics, dancing parks.
Yes,
There are plenty of things. I just threw out sex just to be an a hole,
of
but
course.
sexy is free though.
But
I have
that's
to
the
say,
whole thing. So if you're going to be celibate with your body, I'm going to be celibate with my body. Can we continue to date?
yes, absolutely. Well, for
Oh,
me,
good.
yeah.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. So
Okay, but look,
as long as
see,
that understanding is done, then it's done. So if you're going to be celibate with your wallet, I'm going to be celibate with my body. As long as
is that intentional? Is that intentional?
what is you? Are you being celibate with your wallet intentional,
Yes.
or is it bait, or is it
But
you?
are you going into it that way, or are you just saying it because he said that he financially celibate?
What I'm saying is, if we're doing celibacy, you choose your wallet, I choose my body. What's the problem?
No, no,
No,
no,
right? Exactly. No, because
no, 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 no.
access. Men want access for free. That's literally what it is. And
But
then
that's
now that I'm
also,
going to give you access for free, then I'm the problem. But
but that's also prostitution
how is it prostitution? We're
because
both being
you're
we're both
saying that
being
if I'm not
celibate.
spending money, that I don't get sex.
What
But
I'm
we can go watch a movie in the park
yeah,
and
I
have sex.
gave you. Don't take my
No, I
idea.
know. I know. I'm just saying. No,
Idea.
other people on Instagram are saying this too. But
Right.
what I'm saying is, we could go watch a movie in the park. We could go bike ride. We
I
could end
totally
up. We could end up at the beach. After hours and have sex, and it's still financial celibacy.
What I'm saying is that if you come to the table automatically and look at me and say, "Hey, I want to take you on a date, but I just want to let you know I'm financially celibate," I'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I would really like to get to know you." In that, it's also my choice to say, while we're getting to know each other in this stance, in this state, I want to be celibate as well.
Okay, I understand that,
Right.
and Ed is agreeing with me and said it sounds transactional. But why,
All relationships are
out of all the things
all
in the
relationships
world,
are transactional. I want y'all to stop it.
out of all the things in the world, when the guy says that he's financially celibate,
Uh-huh.
you have to combat with I'm sexually
But why
celibate.
should it matter? If you just want to get to know me, why should it matter that I'm celibate? Why should it matter?
Why do you have to combat that with a rule?
I'm just saying, I don't understand. If you just want to get to know me, why should it matter that I want to be celibate?
It doesn't. But what I'm saying, what it does,
it's a moot
but why? But why? And so the first thing you came back with,
no. You said sex.
Financial.
You said sex, and I personally said that no, that sex is off the table. Then it became an issue. So that's what I'm saying. So if you're financially celibate, I should be able to choose to be celibate with my body if I choose to. I know how you're trying to make it like, oh, it's transactional. No, nothing's transactional at all. Sex is not transactional. I don't sleep with you just because you take me to dinner. I don't sleep with you just because you take me to the movies.
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. That's bad pussy management, okay? If you are sleeping with someone just because they took you to dinner, then that's another conversation because that's bad management of your assets. Because,
so, okay. We're gonna wrap it. But I'm financially celibate.
Right.
And if you come back with something, you have to come back with some form of celibacy. This is usually what women do, you know. Come back with a form of celibacy that is not sex. What else can you input to be celibate as you progress in a relationship that is not sexual?
Nothing. Because that's what men want anyway, right? They want access to you. Meaning, what is that is the celibate part. It would be, okay, if we're going to be celibate, let's be celibate all the way around.
Next week, the ladies take over.
Yes, thank
Black
God.
women are the answer.
We have a logical conversation because this wasn't logical for the last 30 minutes, but okay.
The actual, factual, and friends will let us know and combat and rebut to black women are the problem. And I look forward to it. I know that Kim is going to come with a great lineup of unapologetic, opinionated women next week, 7:30 p.m. ish. Mm-hmm. Follow Unapologetic on all social media and podcast platforms. We are the best in the business. Thank you all for tuning in on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Kim, you're a piece of work. Kim, you're a piece of work. Safe travels.
Every day.
Safe travels.
7 days a week.
Travels.
It's okay though. You know what? I just want to say this. It's okay. I'm going to bring y'all all around. I'm going to bring men back around to accountability. And I hope next week that is what we are going to do because again, like I said, the entire conversation has turned against Black women. I've been raving this for years. Y'all don't want to talk about it, but that's totally fine. But just like how we turned this financial celibacy into women's fault, we are going to bring it back around to make men take accountability for something. Because I feel like men have been lacking accountability for years now because everything is the woman's fault. And wait a minute, because you always preference this, the Black woman's fault. But Dr. Phoebe called you out a little bit ago. We didn't want to touch on that, but it's okay. We'll all get there. We will all get to solidarity some way.
Unapologetic season 16 continues. Safe travels back to Southern Illinois, Kim.
Yes.
Thank you all for listening and watching and interacting. We are out.